Welcome, everybody, to the SGTV Conversations podcast. I'm your host, Jake Hutcherson, and with me, as always, my co-host, Luke Baker.
Hello, Jake.
What's up, Luke? And at this point, as always, the lovely, the beautiful, the talented Andrea Esselman.
Thank you.
And I would like to say hello to our sound engineer, John Dowdy.
How's it going, y'all?
We're moving up in the world.
Yes, we are.
Are we really, Jake?
Yes, we're moving up in the world. We have a sound engineer now.
With like super cool headphones and everything.
Yeah, super cool headphones. We got a little soundboard going. It's all recording on a laptop. I feel like we're super official.
He's our sound slave.
Yeah.
Oh,
whoa. You took it too far, Luke.
I mean,
is that what I am now?
We've just gotten started.
Mm-hmm. So, Luke, what are we doing this week? Since this is your podcast, and I looped my way into being on it.
well, since we didn't do a podcast last week for spring break, I wanted to know what everybody did for their spring break.
Okay, first of all, I missed the memo that the podcast wasn't happening last week, so I showed up. And I sat here, and no one came, so that was day one of spring break for me.
Oh, Luke, you suck. You're the worst.
Whoops.
Whoops. You suck, Luke.
But it's okay, I got good work done. And I feel like I somehow in the back of my mind knew, but it never registered, and I didn't text anyone, so that was my fault. But
no, it was Luke's fault for not making sure you knew.
At least you were dedicated. I appreciate it.
Thanks.
I appreciate that.
You know I have no life.
Dedicated stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
We're doing a podcast on Friday. Obviously, none of us have no lives.
But the rest of my spring break was good. I went to Chicago. And it was, what? Oh, okay.
What was that, John?
What was what, Luke? What are you talking about?
Well, you made a noise, and I thought you were going to say
Chicago.
I had some Chicago-style pizza, and it was so good. Deep dish stuffed with cheese pizza. Oh, my gosh, it was so good.
I don't know that I've ever had a deep dish pizza. And it being good. If I
You've
have.
not lived. It's really,
that's
really
unfortunate.
wonderful.
That's very unfortunate. Anyways.
It was good. We went to the Bean. If anyone's, it's actually called Cloudgate, but I never knew that until I went there. And someone was like, "Yay, we're at Cloudgate!" And I'm like, "What's Cloudgate? We're at the Bean."
Well, I mean, it doesn't look. Why is it called Cloudgate? Was it like an artist?
I don't know. It looks like a bean, not a cloud. So I don't know.
I don't know what that is.
What else did you do?
It was a church service trip, so there was one day where we stood on the street corner and gave away free hugs, and it was great. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. It was wonderful.
How many homeless people did you hug?
Okay, there was this group of two homeless guys, and they came back for seconds. It was so funny. No, I loved it though. Like they were not bad at all. There were a lot of hipster college kids, and actually, I have to say I was a little mad at like the old rich white farty people because they just they didn't even look at us. Like I was like, "Hey, how you doing? You enjoying the sunny weather?" Because it was like 45 degrees and sunny. That's warm for Chicago. And they were just like, not looking at you.
You got all the Northwestern and University of Chicago people there.
Yeah. But it was a good trip overall. I enjoyed myself a lot.
Sounds fun. I wish I'd done something cool.
Actually, me and Jake were pretty similar.
Yeah.
I went home and just hung out. I saw a couple movies.
Cool.
And it sucked because it was colder than here. And it was sitting at 45 all day. John's attested to that. I mean, it wasn't too bad.
You gosh dang Virginia boys.
It wasn't too bad.
It was
It wasn't bad.
It was like 45.
40s, 50s. Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Our two local Virginia boys.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I know. This is a rare occasion here. Where
The fancy Virginia. I didn't really do anything. I came to the office and finished up my movie.
What's your movie called, Jake?
It's called Flask, and I finished it finally. And in fact, it took me so long that the title of the finalized version is Flask, finally done. Thank God, because I have been working on it for months. I'm ready for it to be done.
And then you
but
forgot
I did that.
to do the audio, and then you had to do it again.
Yeah, I'm an idiot. I turned off the audio. I was working on it. And I couldn't get the audio to quit playing while I was playing. Like, I just was working on the video, and I couldn't get the audio to quit playing, so I just turned it off, and then I exported it.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so I sat there for 2 hours, and I put it up last night on the YouTube channel, and I went to play it and I was like, there's no sound. Where's the sound? And then I went back and checked and I was like, oh my God, I hate myself. So I had to re-export it last night. But it's done. I did that and I was doing, I watched a bunch of movies. I mean, honestly, I just relaxed. I had a midterm Monday I had a midterm Monday for my American teen film class.
Ooh.
And I took that. I was studying for that a little bit. That was, I mean, that was pretty much everything I did. I didn't really do anything fun. I did watch like 6 movies, so that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I think the only bad thing about spring break is you come back and have exams. And, of course, you don't study over spring break unless you're Jake. So that was awful coming back.
Yeah.
And plus you were like gone for a while. Like you couldn't do it. I mean, either way, I had stuff to do for after spring break, and then it just didn't happen. My motivation just turned off.
Yep, exactly.
I didn't study that well. I got a C, but it's what
okay.
It is what it is. Whatever. I'm not that concerned.
Well, I mean, we needed a break. It's called spring break. I needed a break. I don't want to do anything because I was tired.
We were driving up to Chicago, and there was someone in the van, which, by the way, driving to Chicago, don't ever do it. It's like a 14-hour drive. It's awful. But this guy was reading his genetics textbook in the van, and I was just like, no.
It's spring break, guys. No break time. Yeah, I didn't start studying until Sunday, like the day before. Oh, Saturday I went downtown to the 5 Points for the St. Patty's Day
How was
Fiesta.
that?
Cool.
Fiesta.
It was awesome. Like, it was a lot of fun. There were so many people there. It was crazy. And we went down and I went there and did that, and I did everything I did that day for like less than $100. So
hey, that's
I
good.
consider that a success. They were selling like 24. I mean, they were like, it was like $5 a beer, but they were like the big like 24-ounce cans and stuff. So it was fun. I had a good time, and it was enjoyable. We just sat there and I watched a lot of It's Always Sunny with my roommates, so we just started doing like the most scumbaggy It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia type things while we were at the thing. So it was fun. I had a good time. It was a nice spring break, but
yeah,
it was. School started back, and I'm sad.
Yeah, I mean, at least you got to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Did you do anything for St. Patrick's Day?
I wore a green shirt on Tuesday, the day of St. Patrick's Day. Saturday, when everyone was actually celebrating St. Patrick's Day, I was supposed to work in the morning, but it was raining, and so I stood around in the rain for 2.5 hours because my job is to take pictures for this sports photography company, which is why I have a cough and a stuffy nose now, because I sat in a van for 14 hours the day before, and then I went and stood in the rain. So, yay!
No thanks.
But you know what? I got paid to stand in the rain. So
yeah, that's good.
But, so that was my Saturday. So while you were enjoying your fiesta, but Tuesday was nice. Yeah. I think.
Roanoke had their St. Patrick's Day celebration. I don't think it was as interesting as 5 Points one, but we went to this, like, of course, like, you know, I couldn't go downtown, so I met up with my parents afterwards. And it was pretty interesting. We went to this Italian place, but it was like really small. And then, like, you could just, because we took up 2 tables.
Oh, no.
And then the people walking in, you could just giving us, like, the dirty eye, like, you stole our table. You know, like, because you could only sit in the high top places before that. But it's actually pretty good. Discovered a new restaurant. But
I like little Italian restaurants.
I caught up with my TV, watched a couple movies. It's all good.
Good.
What'd you do, John?
I slept. For the first time in a long time, I actually slept in, you know, a good amount. So.
For the first time in forever.
No, not quite like that. No, I slept, played some Kingdom Hearts. Didn't watch any movies. I mean, go figure. I'm not a movie person. So
that's a problem we need to fix.
So instead, you played video games.
So yes, I played video games. What's wrong with that?
I did that too. I beat Dying Light, so.
All right.
That's what I did.
I played Marvel Lego for a little bit.
Dude, the Lego games, those things are cool.
They're fun.
They are fun.
They're fun. I mean, they're so childish, but they're fun. Like,
I went through both Lego Harry Potter games like in less than a week. Ooh. Like just first trophy to platinum trophy, less than a week.
Wow.
They're that easy.
And that's why you run High Score headquarters, my friend.
Yeah, it is.
So, but yeah, I mean, it was a good spring break. I don't know. I think everybody seemed to have like a good time. Andrea had the most exciting of the bunch. I probably had the dullest of the bunch because
we were all 3 of us were kind of tied for that.
Well, at least y'all went home. I stayed here.
Yeah.
Like I live in Columbia, so I didn't go anywhere.
So you are always home.
Yeah. So I spent like at least 40 hours over the break in the office by myself. So,
Oh my gosh, it's so sad.
but
I feel like we should memorize like every inch of that office by now, just like every little detail.
I'm
Like,
surprised I haven't. Just the amount I've been up there recently,
I
it feels
have.
like.
Still have to
have.
ask where some things are. And it's like,
I
what?
feel like we could like walk in blindfold and just know where everything is or something.
Well, now that they've mixed up the like where equipment is, like they've moved the batteries over here and all the audio over here. They've just moved stuff
they
around.
rearranged
Yeah,
everything.
thanks
Yeah.
a lot, Marissa.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Shots fired.
Wow.
Fired.
So
at
much
Marissa
love.
for no reason.
All right, I think. Oh,
Oh God, Luke, no,
Luke is on YouTube right now, so that's a problem.
Luke, no soundboard for you.
okay. I think it's
What else
Soundboard,
you
is,
got?
soundboard is mine.
What else you got? Glitter bomb us, my friend.
glitter bomb.
Glitter bomb.
Yes.
What? I got a couple discussions.
Oh, well, discussion time.
What is like the most like obviously stupid thing you guys have done? Just like ridiculous. Like you know that it was gonna end up badly, but you just still did it anyways.
Okay. The stupid things are when you should know it's going to end badly, but you don't. Should I go first? Since I
Yeah,
started
fire it up
talking? All
since
right.
you're explaining it.
I have two stories because I'm a particularly dumb person. Actually, I'm not dumb. I just do dumb things. So first of all, when I was little, I thought it would be a great idea to try to roller skate and bounce on a trampoline at the same time. And you know those little mini trampolines? Like it's not like a big trampoline. It's a little one that your own personal trampoline. So I put on my roller skates and I hop on up on there. And I got a few good jumps in before I fell on my face and like my nose started bleeding all over the place. And so they had to rush me off. Fortunately, my dad is an ear, nose, and throat doctor, so he was just like, all right, let's fix this up, and it was good. And then, I guess a couple years later, we got this puppy, and she was adorable, and she loves to play tug of war, and so, and you know, when you play tug of war with a dog, they put the thing in their mouth, and you, like, pull on it. So I'm like, well, she's a young puppy. I'm a young person. We can both play tug of war with our mouths, right? We can, like, bond over this. So I put a towel in my mouth, and I put the other end in her mouth, and she starts tugging on it, and I hear this crack, and two of my teeth fall out. And I was like, oh, my gosh, my teeth have fallen out. My mom's going to be so mad at me. And my mouth is bleeding again. And then my mom came to get me, and another tooth fell out, like, as I was explaining. So my dog pulled out 3 of my teeth.
At least it was your baby teeth, I'm
Yes,
assuming.
yes, it was my
You don't
baby
have any
teeth.
like false
No,
caps in
I'm
there or
good.
something.
No.
That reminds me, I did this with my dog, but I was much older, so I guess it kind of looks worse. But my dog, I have 2 dogs. One of them was adopted from like a pound in North Carolina. We call her the country dog. Vicky. It was like somewhere in western North Carolina, so she's a little bit crazy, like super fast.
Gotcha.
And so super fast. And so there's this thing like I just noticed where like
Email.
and I would stick my tongue out like just in her face, and then she would pretend to bite at it. And I was stupid one time, and I stuck it out longer than I did, and she literally bit through my tongue.
Oh my god.
I was like, I mean, not like all the way through, but like it was bleeding.
Okay.
And I was like, that wasn't a good idea.
Okay. Oh, I'm picturing like a hole through.
Oh no.
Piercing. Oh, jeez. Ouch.
I got nothing, man.
What,
Like,
you don't do dumb stuff?
I mean, I do dumb stuff, but it's more like I don't know. I get drunk and do dumb things, but I mean that's everybody, I think. So it's like,
I don't get drunk.
well, Andrea, you're
shouldn't.
freaking special, okay?
Yeah, I know I am.
But I, occasionally will get drunk and do dumb things, but like nothing like. Okay, probably the dumbest thing is my buddy lived in this old house, and when he was in undergrad, and I would go hang out with him, and we would you could get on the roof of his house, so we decided that it was a good idea to jump off of the roof.
Oh.
And that we didn't
Gosh.
take into account the fact that we were doing this barefoot, and there was a tree in the front yard that was just dropped acorns all over the place.
Oh
So
my gosh.
So we jumped off of a big ass building and landed on acorns. So like that hurt a little bit. That sucked. But that's pretty much. I don't know. I guess that's dumb. But and it wasn't dumb because
Like
I mean,
stepping on a Lego.
It's not like we hurt ourselves. It's not like we hurt ourselves from jumping. We hurt ourselves from landing on the acorns. But like that was it. It wasn't. Whatever.
Well, for some reason, that kind of reminded me of like, it was. I guess it's more of a troll than an actually like stupid thing, but it could have been a stupid thing. So me and my friends, we would like. I think one Saturday night we were bored, and then we saw like this other high school had their prom. So what we did was
I think I see where this is going.
Okay. Well, the first time we pretended like we were cops, so we'd like park over there, and then we'd flick our as a car would roll by, we'd have the lights off, and then we'd flick it on, and then like ride up after them, and this car just booked it as soon as we weren't driving like a cop car or anything.
Yeah.
It was just, but then that same night, this was the best part, was we were just driving along, and then we saw a car pull into a parking lot. We're like, we know what's going on here, and I honestly, we probably ruined this kid's life. But
Oh no!
we pulled in the parking lot. We pulled up, turned our high beams on, flicked it on. You could see the sheer in his eyes, and then we pulled around the parking lot 3 times, and then there was like a little roundabout kind of thing over there, and we were just flicking it off. But I mean, it was better than a cop rolling up in there.
Yeah,
and we taught him his lesson. Like, obviously, you can't just pull up to like a public parking like at 1 o'clock in the morning and expect something.
Is this what goes on in Roanoke, Luke?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty boring. So we just do shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
I like that word a lot. Shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
You know why you like that word? It's a good word.
It's a good word.
Solid word.
We have some
There's a lot of
shenanigans
good
around
College
the office,
word.
right, Luke?
Yeah, we have a lot of shenanigans, like our
Any behind-the-scenes stuff is likely shenanigans.
Yeah, behind the scenes.
Right, Jake?
In the office.
Oh,
office
it's
after
not.
hours.
It's nothing but shenanigans. I don't think we do actual work. I think we just do shenanigans.
Have you seen the commercials?
Yes. I've seen some of them. I've seen a couple of them, and there's lots of shenanigans. 1080 commercials just full of shenanigans. That's all it is. It's all behind the scenes footage, so it's just us dicking around. But I don't know. It
Trying
was
to think
fun.
of other good words like Jello. I like the word Jello.
Jello.
Chicken. I don't know. Chicken is just like chicken, tick, 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 tick.
I got hung up on a word that I can't say, and it just hit my ear wrong.
Well, no.
It was weird because he was saying this, and then we thought he was like being like facetious, like kind of being condescending, and he kept on saying it over and over again, like he was like making fun of it was like, that's a silly word to say, but he actually was like, that just hit my ear weird.
Yeah, I've never.
It's just like weird words. Lollipop. Lollipop.
Or
Moist.
platypus.
Moist for real though.
That's like the worst
Oh
word.
my God.
Platypus, Luke.
Platypus.
Or a bear cat. We looked up bear cat today.
Bear cat.
Or yesterday, because I think I was with Brian Principe. Shout out to him because he's not listening. He was like, we were watching the March Madness thing, and he's like, is bear cats even a thing? And we looked it up, and it's like this weird animal from Asia that literally looks like a bear cat. Like a bear cat,
No,
like man bear
Something
pig.
goes wrong.
I mean, it's like, it looks like a bear, but it's a cat, but it's like a sloth too. It's
Yeah,
weird.
it looks like a badger slosh mix kind of thing.
The bear cat, also known as the
He just
binturong,
Googled it.
is I'm pronouncing this wrong, is a viverine mammal from Southeast Asia.
Coolness.
And a sports team in Cincinnati. What?
Yeah.
Apparently. That thing is terrifying.
I know.
just found a picture of it. What am I looking at?
We will put a link to a picture of a bear cat in the description of
Yes.
said podcast.
No, I think if you're watching this podcast, it should just pop up as a picture randomly.
Well, I mean, if you're watching it, yes. However, we are on iTunes now.
You're listening on
Oh
iTunes.
my gosh, it's freaky.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
it's
is.
a
Weird.
Yeah, it is.
But we are officially on iTunes now.
Oh,
Gosh
that's
darn
right,
it!
we are.
So people can download us
Yeah.
and listen.
You know,
on
we'll
their
put
phones.
a little picture in the
Yeah,
like
in the info.
yeah.
Yeah, little bear cat.
All right, I think we've beat that
Yeah.
one to a pulp.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Boom.
So
we beat it like we were beating oranges the other night.
I was
Alright.
stabbing that orange.
So we did a commercial on Wednesday.
Yeah, we
John
did.
wasn't there. Sorry.
For talk of the town. So we hit a lot of fruit with swords and
Yeah, that was
bats
really
and stuff.
fun. So Jake got pegged in the face.
With an orange.
So hard. So hard. We did the math, and it was somewhere between 60 and 70 miles an hour is how hard
Oh
I got
my
hit.
gosh.
Yeah.
Did you get your glasses fixed?
Yeah, I bent them back.
What kind of math did you do is what I want to know.
We were like guesstimating on his
We,
arm length.
we took my arm length, and
Yeah.
we could do frame by frame, and we shot it in 60 frames per second.
Okay.
So basically what we did is we go, all right, so we have a 60th of a second as each frame. So my arm is so long. How many frames does it take to get from where it starts to the other end of my arm?
That's
Okay.
brilliant.
And it was
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so we used my arm as like, I mean, it's a guesstimation, which is why it's not super close. But like, yeah, anywhere from, it was somewhere between like 60 and 70 miles an hour.
67.34 miles per hour.
Yeah, maybe that was it. Maybe that was perfect. But I got beamed pretty hard. My glasses were pretty messed up. I thought I was gonna have like a messed up face. I don't, thank God. But like, the orange shatters on my face. Like you can just see it. We've been watching it in the office in like frame by frame mode for like
His
3
face
days.
gets distorted.
Everyone's been super happy about looking at it. But like when I turn, you can just see orange juice on my face. Like I got pegged. Like it hit me pretty hard.
Yeah.
But you know, it is what it is.
You were not happy with that.
No.
Yeah, but
I was not.
I've never seen you so not happy before.
I was pretty upset because
you can tell if Jake shuts up, that's a bad thing.
Yes.
if I'm quiet, if I'm quiet, something's wrong.
I felt so bad because I was the one filming it, so I was giggling because like I saw it as it was, and it was just like it was so funny
I
looking.
bet it was funny, and it hit hard. Like it's actually a louder sound when it hits my face than when I destroyed it with a bat.
Yeah.
Like it was pretty crazy, but it is what it is. You know, everyone's gonna be able to see it. It's on. These commercials will be going on the front of the movie showing in Russell House.
Yeah.
So if you would like to see what I look like,
Or what I look like, or what Luke looks like.
or if you just find me annoying on this podcast and want to see me get hit in the face with a piece of fruit,
There you go.
Like go check it out.
Yep.
It'll be entertaining.
It'll probably eventually be on YouTube too.
Yeah,
so.
eventually. You know, we don't know yet, but you know, just check that out. If you're at the University of South Carolina, go to Russell House, watch a movie, take in me getting beamed in the face with a fruit.
It's pretty awesome.
It's pretty funny.
It's
pretty funny.
It's pretty bad. It's become a pretty serious thing around the office where I think 5 people have it on video on their phones. And like it's pretty crazy.
Oh, man.
Yeah. It got posted in the 1080. I got frustrated with the 1080C group me because I had in one class. I got out and had 120 group me messages.
Oh,
I remember
and
that.
you know what they were? Nothing but memes. That was it.
Whoa.
For like in one class period. So I got annoyed and I was just like, "Oh my God, we all stop with the nonsense." So they made a new group me called Nonsense, and so that it is posted in the Nonsense group me.
It's on the nonsense one.
Are you a part of that group me, Jake?
Yeah, of course. Of course I'm a part of it.
I don't think I want to be a part of that group me.
It's just blowing up your phone.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna use it too. I will use it. I'm probably gonna turn off notifications on the Nonsense group.
Good idea.
Because
Very
I
good
feel
idea.
like because 1080C has a tendency to want to go off on tangents. So I was pissed because they like didn't put me in that group me at first, and I was like, "Why am I not this? Why am I not there?" I was like, "What is wrong with you?" And they were like, "Well, you got annoyed when we were doing it last time." I'm like, "Yeah, I can turn off notifications to that one. I can just come in when I want." So
See, I get text message notifications for group me rather than group me notifications per
You
se.
don't have the app?
I have the app. I just prefer the text messages.
Okay.
So whenever someone puts an emoji, it comes in as a couple question marks and says see the emoji on GroupMe, whatever the link is.
Yeah.
Someone posts a picture, so and so posted a picture, view it here, and it gives you a link to it. I'm like, oh, now I gotta go open up GroupMe. It's a whole thing.
Why do you want the text message thing? You're like saving the step by just looking at the app, right?
I guess so. It's when I was first put into a GroupMe back with Capital City Sports. It's been a year at this point. I had this old phone, this old like slide out keyboard phone, and so obviously there's no capability of downloading GroupMe there. So I just never changed it. Now everything comes in as SMS or it doesn't come in as anything.
Huh.
So I don't know. It's easier for me.
Not as bad as me and Renee had a whole discussion in the executive group. She put me down as like Baker, and I never noticed it. Like,
I noticed that immediately.
I don't know how I didn't
I
notice
thought
it.
you were the one changing it.
No, I didn't change that.
Because it got changed back.
He changed it in the submissions group me to like Baker.
I didn't do that. Who did that then?
I don't know, but it just...
It says you did.
Yes.
Hold on.
Maybe I did.
All right,
I don't know, but
Why would you want to go by like Baker?
I did.
All right, like.
It's an inside joke between me and Renee.
Okay, Luke
Jake
Baker
special.
changed name to like Baker.
Yeah.
I'm showing them my phone.
I don't like inside jokes when I'm not a part of them. Makes me sad.
That's what they're called, inside jokes, Jake.
I don't. Well, I should be inside on everything.
So sorry.
I mean, it's not
You
even
wanna
really
be, Jake?
funny.
Do you
It
really
was
wanna
just-
be?
It was just.
not really.
It was just Renee dying over that she made that mistake, and then I just didn't notice it yet, and then she didn't know, and then she spent like 10 minutes trying to figure it out, and then we just gave up.
Oh, Renee.
Renee.
And then you changed your name in another group meet to the wrong one.
I was like, well, if you can't beat them, join them, right?
Yeah.
I guess.
Topic time.
Yay! Topic.
We're gonna switch gears. What conspiracy theory do you want me? Do you want to be true?
National treasure, both of them.
Perfect.
Yes.
Wait, is that actually going to be the version we put in?
At the last one.
Okay.
You said it so like, what conspiracy theory do you wish was true? Instead of talking, you're like whispering it, trying not to mess up.
Like saying it all epic like and stuff.
Well, it's a conspiracy theory, so it should be conspiracy.
Oh, is that what you thought? Huh?
Oh, man.
I just introduced Andrea to a conspiracy theory.
Aliens.
Which was pretty crazy.
Go ahead, explain it, Andrea. I want to see what someone who just found out about it
Okay,
thinks.
well, according to Jake, it's the lizard theory. And people actually believe in this. They believe that. Let's see if I get this right. People are. No, there's like this alien race of lizards that wants to control humanity with their minds, and they feed off of like the chaos in our world. And so, at like the beginning of time with Adam and Eve had sex with a snake and like passed down the lizard genetics throughout the rest of humanity. So some people have more lizard genetics than others, and those are the leaders of our world, and they can't maintain their human appearance all the time. So sometimes you can see their lizardly, like, I don't know, their lizard sides, I guess. And so if you've got more lizard DNA in you, you are more able to be controlled by this lizard alien race. But most of us don't have as much lizard in us, so we're controlled by the people with more lizard DNA. Am I getting this right?
Yes, that's the thing that's so awesome. You're so on the nose, and it's so stupid.
I watched a 2-minute video on it. Google it. It's great. The lizard conspiracy theory.
Yes,
I Googled lizard people, and it's a bunch of photoshopped images with people with like lizard
pretty
heads.
much all it is. That's pretty much all it is. It's on like basically like George W. Bush. Not a lot of lizard blood. Or a lot of lizard blood.
Yeah.
He has a lot of lizard blood,
Yeah,
so
like
he
the whole
doesn't need someone
Bush
close.
family,
Yes,
apparently.
lots of lizard blood. But Barack Obama, not a
Not
lot
so
of
much.
lizard blood, so he needs to be controlled by a lizard close. It's just
There was some
crazy.
person they even like said.
Yeah, they even like said
Oh
it
my
was a person.
gosh.
It is crazy. It is nuts. I don't know if I wish. I actually kind of hope that's true. Some
I
people
know,
love to see a
right?
lizard people. I want to see us go to war with lizard people, and just be like, like basically we just like.
I think we should make a movie about that.
I was reading one that
Next 1080c production, lizard people,
Yes.
due out March 120th.
Yes. Yeah, I'll be gone by then. Thank God. I won't have to make the lizard movie. What were you reading, Luke? What were you reading?
that that the Girl Scouts are actually responsible for crop circles.
They're responsible for what?
And Gary Busey is actually Tupac.
Oh.
Gary Busey's actually Tupac? That's interesting.
Well, Gary Busey had an accident. That's why he's like when he was I don't know how old.
It's
30 years ago. Whatever.
Why are you putting an S in there?
There's an S in there.
It might be, but it's not pronounced.
Well, you're not pronounced.
Okay. So any other conspiracy theories?
I think that's the only one. Oh, the Illuminati. That's one. The Illuminati.
Just draw a triangle, guys. It's real.
Yeah, it's real. The Illuminati apparently is.
So are they stationed in the Bermuda Triangle?
Yes.
Apparently, you can't be famous unless you're an Illuminati. Like that's just how.
Haven't you ever seen Katy Perry's Dark Horse video?
Or Justin.
A little
Timberlake's
terrifying.
So
Yes,
if we want to get
it.
in the film industry, that's what we have to do.
So I'm gonna.
Sell your soul to
I'm gonna
sin.
have to join.
So if you join, will you tell me you're a part of it in the future?
Obviously not. The first rule of the Illuminati is don't tell people you're in the Illuminati.
So it's like Fight
It's
Club.
like Fight Club. Yeah. First rule of Fight Club is don't talk about Fight Club.
Yep.
So it is what it is. Yeah.
Interesting.
So
Next one. Next topic.
What you got?
If you were sold as a person, what warning label would you have?
This is gonna be fun.
I know something I would volunteer for Jake.
I'm gonna get there.
What is it?
What is it?
You know what happened in our Green Street thing the other day? What you were described as?
What was it? It was
What Margot said?
What did Margot say? I think it was something like fat and
Violent.
Fat and violent.
oh my gosh.
Fat and violent. I would add loud to that.
Fat, loud, and violent.
That's me.
Definitely loud. If that would probably be
That's
the one
probably
thing.
one.
Warning.
Loud, and tends to make crude jokes. Deal with it.
Mine would be may contain nuts.
Oh my gosh.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
The way you threw that S on the end.
Yeah, that's a hard S, my
May
friend.
contains nuts.
It's a hard S.
Or
I felt the S from over here.
store in a cool dark place with Wi-Fi.
Oh my gosh.
What do you got, Andrea? What would your warning label be?
I mean, the first thing that came to mind was like, this person is freaking adorable. But
Warning.
I
Super
don't know.
cute.
Can you put
Warning.
yourself on a?
Super cute.
But like, to be honest, I don't know. You guys should tell me. Like,
Oh.
I feel like the warning label is supposed to reveal something that you don't originally notice. So like, what's your second impression of me? Not your first impression. I don't know.
Warning can school you in school.
What was it? Sorry, I was yawning in my ear.
School
Shut
you
up.
in school.
Can school you in school? Warning, can school you in school? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Fat, loud, and violent's a pretty good one for me.
You
Minus
have
the
any
violence
more
and-
for us, John? Because you're just dishing them out.
Dishing them out.
Margot dished that out.
Yeah, that was Margot originally. I just
Jeez.
recycled it.
And
I don't know.
repurposed it.
And sort of repurposed it.
It's going down for real.
Oh boy.
I know Luke would have like, warning, has the best laugh in the world. It's so cute. Lukey wookie.
Lukey Woo's coming back with a vengeance. The vengeance of Lukey Wookie.
Don't get me started. Darth Luke's gonna come out.
Darth, God, we do not need Darth Luke back. Holy crap, we don't need Darth Like back.
I mean,
He's
I think-
terrifying.
Who's Darth Luke?
Who's
Like-
Darth like?
Remember
You
when I
don't-
got all on that tangent about text messages?
Oh.
Like,
oh,
Yeah, that's what
podcasts
I
ago.
that's funny.
I call it we call it
Darth
Darth Luke because he gets very, very worked up and angry.
I mean-
He's so calm, but like in that he was just like, that's so. He's so just like
It really
fantastic.
rubbed me the wrong way.
It grinds your gears.
It grinds my gears.
You're like Peter Griffin.
Get me started
not
on
nearly
things
as
that
funny.
grind my gears.
Heck yeah.
I don't want to get you started on things that grind your gears.
All right.
Coolness.
Woohoo!
Let's go.
That voice.
So, huh?
It's a me, Mario.
Here we go.
I'm gonna try this one and see how this one goes.
Uh huh. Fire it up, dude.
Well, we're trying these joke topics, and this kind of gets serious. What's one harsh truth when it comes to dating and relationships?
Ooh.
The
Okay,
harsh
who
tr-
here is in a relationship?
Well, I mean, it doesn't
I
have
think
to be
that's harsh-
relationship.
Harsh truth number one.
Well, it can be dating too. I mean, just going on dates. It doesn't, you
Oh,
don't
just
have to
going
be
on
one.
dates in general.
Yeah,
How
it's
about it's
dating
It's
slash
harder to
relationship.
find that perfect person than you would think.
Harsh truth, like I don't know, dude.
How about?
Dating sucks.
I think.
Getting your heart broken sucks. Let's go with that.
You don't always get as much as you put in as you get out of it.
What?
Wait, try again.
You don't always get as much out of it as you put into
There
it.
you go.
That's true.
There
That's
you go.
that's true. That is sad.
But isn't that like a rule for life though?
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah, I think rules for life should be applied to relationships.
I guess maybe.
Okay, here's like
The first year and a half are the best.
It's not a harsh truth. It's just something to keep in mind. It's like you're human and they are human too, and therefore everyone's has their quirks and their downfalls. And no matter how perfect they are, they're still not perfect.
Nobody's perfect.
Nobody's perfect. Go Miley, she got it right. Harsh truth
Is
there.
this the part of the podcast where everybody just starts singing?
Yeah, we do that a lot. Luke, I gotta ask Luke. I'm gonna jump in on something.
All right.
What movies did you watch over spring break?
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna talk about movies.
I knew that one was coming.
I'm just gonna derail this podcast like a mofo. That's my job. Official derailer.
So
Is that your warning label? Official derailer?
that should be the official one.
For
So
my
I saw
podcasting.
Unfinished Business. That was a piece of trash.
Was it that bad?
Yeah. There was like 2 funny scenes in the whole movie. Like they tried to have like this serious. Oh look here, our theme song is coming back in.
Yeah. I was either
And then I saw like the whole movie. Just they tried to do some serious undertones. It just didn't work. I just
tried
don't
to
want to
do-
talk about it.
I tried to do. I had to make the decision on whether to see Unfinished Business or Focus, and I went and saw Focus.
Was
instead.
Focus good? I don't think.
Focus. Let me. Yeah, WUSC is coming in with some music. But what we did was I went and saw Focus, and I was like, ooh, Will Smith's back with that really hot chick from Wolf of Wall Street. I'll check that out. So I sat down and I watched it. And is it good? I mean, it's like it's average. However, here's what I walked away from this movie thinking. Instead of thinking that chick from Wolf of Wall Street's really, really hot, I walked away going like, wow, she's a really good actress.
That's awesome.
Like, she's really good. Like, I'm just going to throw it out there. She will win an Oscar one day
Before Leo.
if her looks don't hold her back.
Oh.
Because I'm worried because she's too pretty. Like, it hurts to look at her. It's dumb how attractive she is. But she's a really fantastic actress. They did some things where she was doing... There were a few scenes where she had to be like, funny, and like a few where she had to be like really honest, and a few where she had to like
What's her
cry
name
and get
again?
emotional.
I zoned out.
Margot Robbie.
I feel like we talked about her before.
We just talked about her because she was hot.
Was that a good movie?
It was okay. It was like a 5, dude. I mean, it's
Really?
it's-
I thought Will.
it might be worth a look on. It might be worth a look on like DVD. Like, I wouldn't go to the theater to see it personally. I only went because I was like, I want to go to the movie and just get out of because I was trying to write a script.
Was it pretty fast?
No, it's
It
not
dragged.
Really fast.
Well,
No, it
the
didn't
one
really
good thing-
drag. It's just not a fast-paced movie.
Oh.
It didn't drag. It's not fast-paced like I thought it would be.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be kind of like a heist movie, but not really. I mean, not particularly.
Well, I mean, the good thing about Unfinished Business is only an hour and a half, so I didn't feel like I wasted my time. Like
Yeah.
right when I was like, wow.
I don't
it was
know
over.
how long.
I did
Focus
see.
was.
You should see Chappie. Chappie's really good. I
mean,
like
I
the
probably
character of
will-
Chappie was good. The story towards the end, like Hugh Jackman character, was kind of I don't know.
I probably
I
will.
love Hugh Jackman so
he has
much.
his Australian.
jacked man.
He has his
Jacked human.
It's huge jacked man is what I call him.
But
Instead
if
of Hugh
you
Jackman,
switch the H and the J, Hugh Jackman,
huge jacked man.
never mind. What am I saying? Okay.
No, you're lost.
You're like,
But I mean, I want to see Chappie. I love District 9, and I like Elysium, but like they're the same movie, and I've heard Chappie is like the same movie, but not nearly as good as the other two. So it's like
yeah. Well, like Hugh Jackman, like he uses his Australian voice, which is like
awesome.
yeah, it's like unique because I really
Awesome.
haven't seen him one that he actually used it in. But his villain character is really weak. Like it's probably one of the weakest ones I've seen him play, which I feel bad because I know he like tried his best at it, but it just
I
wasn't
mean, at a
written
certain
very
point,
well.
you got what's there on the script.
Yeah,
You can only
but
do what you
Chappie
can.
was the best part of that movie, like the actual robot. Like he was
Chappie.
awesome.
Nah,
It was weird. Like they had
probably
these
check it
the people where they were actually like this like techno hip hop group from Australia.
Yeah.
And they were odd. I mean, but they were kind of cool. They did a good job for just being like a rap group.
I finally saw Nightcrawler. I mean, it was good. I mean, I will say Jake Gyllenhaal, like, I hate Jake Gyllenhaal, but I mean, he was perfect in that movie because he literally just played a creepy guy. So it was like, oh, wow, okay, so he's playing himself, but like a little creepier. So well done. So I enjoyed that. I watched, I watched a bunch of stuff. I watched Chronicle again because I was wanting to write a movie and I used Chronicle. So I watched that. That was good. I can't even remember everything I watched. I don't know. I get lost. That's what it is. I see too much stuff.
Yeah.
I have too many movies rattling around in my brains. My brain is just filled with like movie trivia.
Yeah. So after that side conversation between me and Jake,
Yep.
we're gonna pull it back.
Well,
in.
Andrea, did you see any movies?
This over spring break?
Yeah.
She was busy.
No, yeah, I watched Grease last night.
That's good. That's perfect.
Grease Lightning! Oh my god, I haven't seen that since I was like 7. There is a guitar like right next to our room apparently.
Yeah,
Hello.
I
I didn't know that's possible.
All right. Well, maybe we can talk about Grease on the next one.
Oh.
Basically, that is a raunchy movie.
I know.
Oh my god. Okay, there's this one part where he pulls out a condom and it breaks. When I was a kid, I thought he had like a toy from McDonald's.
Well,
Oh my gosh.
Now you know.
Now I understand.
and knowing's half the battle.
Yep. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's a fantastic movie. That's one of my favorites growing up. I've
it was
seen
just
Grease a bunch.
awkward because I watched it with my parents.
Well, it shouldn't. I mean, it's. Why was it awkward? At least you're like watching Wolf of Wall Street with your parents, or
did
like
that.
some other.
No
like,
thanks.
Talk about vulgar.
It was funny because my dad was like dancing around next to me, and my mom's just sitting there like with her hand on her face. So
That's cute. All right, so due to WSC deciding that they want to play guitar like next door to us, I think that that'll be it for us this week.
Is our outro music. for
That's
us.
our outro music. For Luke Baker and Andrew Esselman and John Dowdy, I'm Jake Hutchison, and check us out on iTunes and check out our YouTube page, youtube.com/SGTV at USC. Check out our videos as well as you can check out the podcast there. And we're on iTunes. I've already said that, but moving on. All right. Have a good one, guys. Woo woo!
Yeah.
There is some nostalgia. Like I don't think that's what makes it a good movie,
But it
but
helps.
it's like there's those nice elements
There
where it's
were
like, oh man,